Hello and welcome to today's session, which is part of our ANZ Public Library series. Our session today will focus on the Consumer Health Complete resource, which is the most comprehensive database for consumer oriented health content. My name is Nadia Davis, and I'm the Manager for Customer Training Services in Oceania. These are the objectives from today's session. It's my hope that by the end, you'll be able to describe the Consumer Health Complete product, navigate the Consumer Health Complete interface, search and browse for content, access full text and other options, and locate help and support resources. Now, Consumer Health Complete is designed to help users gain an overall understanding of key topics across the health and wellness spectrum. This includes mainstream medicine through to complementary, holistic, and integrated medicine. Some of the content that's available within the Consumer Health Complete platform includes journals and magazines, such as Women's Health, the Yoga Journal, and Men's Health. And there are also articles on thousands of different health topics that are related to children, teens, men, women, and seniors. There is also reference and non-fiction ebooks available. The Consumer Health Complete platform includes over 480 full text, up to date health reference ebooks, as well as encyclopedias from top publishers, and hundreds of articles that cover things like conditions, diseases, and health issues. There is also patient education information. So, more than 3,700 high quality evidence based health reports. And these are typically written for the layperson at a third grade reading level. So, it's really accessible for all users. Top hospitals often provide these reports to their patients, and some of the evidence based health reports cover topics like anxiety, dementia, opioid abuse, skin cancer, stroke, and more. In addition, there is also multimedia content available. These are unique to the Consumer Health Complete platform. There is also additional content such as drug information for over 1,600 medications. And there's also natural and alternative treatments. So, around 700 articles on medical conditions and alternative therapies, including things like herbs and supplements, functional foods, drug interactions, and more. There is also additional content available to browse, such as consumer health pamphlets from places like the CDC, the FDA, the NIH, and others, plus the Merriam-Webster dictionary definitions of medical terms as well. Now, the Consumer Health Complete platform is available via the Explorer interface, as you can see on the screen. It is also available through EBSCOhost as well as sort of a database search. In today's session, we are going to focus on the Explorer platform and walk through some of the options that are available here within the database itself. So, one of the things with the Explorer interface for Consumer Health Complete is that users can really cycle through some topic categories to browse through and find what they're looking for. These topic categories include things like mental health, food, nutrition, and exercise, substance abuse, general wellness, as well as conditions, procedures, and diseases. So, we are going to head over into the platform now for a demonstration. I will encourage you to follow along. So if you'd like to have a look at the platform and follow along with me today, please do. I'm just going to give you the link in the chat, and I'll also provide you with the login details as well. So the link is available there. I'm just going to send through the username and the password. Okay, hopefully you've got access to that. Do let me know if there are any issues. So we're going to do a bit of a navigation through the platform just to point out some of the areas of interest. So again, this is built on Explorer. So what I would recommend if you've gone into a particular topic, and you end up wanting to come back to this landing page, I do recommend clicking the Explorer logo. If you happen to click the new search, it's going to just sort of take you back to almost like a database search screen. So just a little tip, if you've finished your search and you're wanting to come back to that landing page, I do recommend clicking on Explorer just to make sure you're landing on what we call our topic page here. Okay, so what we're going to see at the top of the screen is this sort of Consumer Health Complete and a guide to some of that unique content. So here you'll see we've got the McGill's Medical Guide. So from here, I can just simply click into McGill's, and this will take me into the ninth edition here of the medical guide. I can also add in additional keywords if I'm looking for something specific within this particular encyclopedia or guide. So maybe I'm interested in vitamins or vision disorders or whatever the case might be. All right, so coming back to here again, I'll go to Explorer just to make sure we land back on that topic overview page. We also have the medical dictionary here as well. This medical dictionary is going to allow you to search Merriam-Webster's Medical Desk Dictionary to identify certain words that you might need a definition on. Again, you're going to be seeing everything listed out here, but you can, of course, add in a keyword as well to narrow that down. So I'm interested in vitamin K. So I'm going to go ahead and just click on the vitamin K encyclopedia entry here, and I can view information about the record, and I can access the online full text to view that encyclopedia entry for vitamin K. So this is here that medical dictionary. So I've got vitamin K here, it's a noun, and a description here of that particular term. So just going back to our page again, Explorer, just to land back on our topic page. And just under that, you'll be able to click into these options as well. So it does refresh, it will cycle through as kind of a little carousel, but I can jump straight into fact sheets and pamphlets. So these can be helpful if you're wanting to find a patient education pamphlet. This is really what they are here. You can see there's lots of different options there, cervical cancer screening, cancer support groups. Again, you can put in your keywords there as well. Okay, back into the Explorer, a topic overview page. It's already jumped into holistic medicine here for me. You'll notice that it will change from time to time here. It'll cycle through those different topics. So let's have a look at holistic medicine. So you'll notice it's doing a search across the top here to the Salem Press Encyclopedia of Health for complementary and alternative medicine. So these records that we're seeing here are coming from this particular publication. And if we're wanting to access, for example, zinc as a therapeutic supplement, we can go ahead and click on PDF or online full text to read about this particular topic. So again, if you're looking for something specific, you can enter in your keywords as well. Okay, so that is the holistic topics. We've also got the conditions and procedures, which is very nicely cycled around to. So this is coming from that Encyclopedia of Health. Okay, so for any of these items that you find interesting, you can click on the title link just to take you into the record, view some information about it, and also to access it, we would go into the PDF or the online full text. So what we're doing now is opening up a viewer, and we are currently looking at the superfoods entry here in this publication. It gives us a nice overview of the topic and includes a bibliography at the end as well. Now, over to the right-hand side, what you are also going to see once you've opened up one of the PDF or the online full text is related items. So whenever you see related items, what it's indicating is that we are currently looking at a particular source. This is that encyclopedia here. These are other articles or topics from that same publication. So once I'm in that record, I can navigate into other areas of interest here as well. So maybe I want to look at vitamin A, for example. I can just sort of navigate into other topics that are also of interest to me from that same publication. Okay, so at the top of the screen as well, I'll just point out some of these tools. We can save a record if it's of interest to us and we want to look at it later. We can also cite. So if we're using this in an assignment or an assessment piece, we can copy the end text citation and we cover around 9 styles here. So it's just a copy to the clipboard. And please note if you're using anything from our site tools, this is software. So please always remember to consult your library's resources for any formatting rules. The other option here too is if you're using something like a bibliographic manager. So you may use something like maybe Mendeley or Zotero. That option to export your citation is here as well. There's also an option to add records to a project. Now, if you have a MyEBSCO account and you're already signed in, it will give you the option to add the record to a project to review later. If you don't have your account signed in or you don't have an account yet, you can follow the prompts to sign in or sign up for an account. So it will just take you automatically to this page. And I'm going to log in here and just with an existing account. But if you don't have one, you can create a free account by clicking on Create an Account, fill in the form. We don't require a lot of information, but we do need a first name, an email address, and of course, we will need a password. You'll also need to consent to the collection of your data, and you can always view our privacy policy and simply create that account. And then once you've got that set up, you can begin to save your items to return back to later. I'm just going to go ahead and sign in now. And of course, you can open up some of those personalization options like the project. Okay, so now it's saying choose a project. I actually have some projects already listed here. I'm going to go into Explorer, or you could create a new project on the fly. So these are kind of like folders where you can store your articles of interest. All right, so project is here. Next to that, we have a share button. So we can share this via Google Drive, or we can grab a permalink, a persistent link to go back to this record, or we can even email this to ourselves and additional emails as well, as long as we use that semicolon. And this will include the PDF or online full text as an attachment as well. And then we've got our download button. So not surprisingly, your download is going to allow you to download the full text. This record is available in both PDF and online full text. So I can choose the option that I would like. I prefer PDF if it's available and I'm downloading it. So this is an example here of that vitamin A chapter from this particular title. And that's out of EBSCO now, so we can download it, we can print it as well. We also have an option for metadata only. This is really just going to give you that citation data. So it won't give you the full text. The full text obviously are these options here. But if you would like the details of an article and come back to it later, perhaps, exporting the metadata or downloading the metadata just means you've got that information there for next time. And then over to the side here, we have our print button. We also have a search within that's coming soon. This is our related items, which we can toggle on or off. And then my favorite is the text to speech. So we can have our article read out to us using text to speech, and we can even download the MP3 and listen to that offline. All right, so I'm just going to you just sign back in. It's decided it does not like that. I'm gonna grab my URL from here and hopefully force that back in. Okay, there we go. So I probably need to log back in again because you can see I'm not signed in. But anyways, that is the project option that you will find within the platform. Okay, so coming back to my homepage here, that was a look at some of those popular topics and some of that unique content that is available through the Consumer Health Complete. We then have our option to or individual topics as well. So if I was coming in, maybe I was interested in some support for some mental health. Maybe I've had a little bit of anxiety, or maybe I want to be more mindful. So I can take a look at some of these topics and navigate into these individual categories. So what this will do is show me the exploration of this topic. In this case, we're looking at anxiety. I get a nice topical overview here coming from McGill's. I then get some other related topic overviews, and I also get some search results. So I have the option from here to navigate into any of these. If I wanted really, if I was doing an assignment maybe on anxiety, I might go for the topic overview. But maybe if I wanted more information about this topic, I might go to view all results. So this will kind of take me to a search results page. I still get that topic overview, but then I've got things like ebooks that might be useful for me to read about. I might also see some articles listed here as well. And you'll also note there are some tabbed options. So I can filter my results to articles. I can filter to just ebook records, and I can filter to reference items. So these will be coming from encyclopedias and things like that. I've also got, if there's video content, the video tab would show some information there as well. So here's just an idea of some of those reference articles from encyclopedias on this topic. So that is the topic overview. We're going to do a bit of a scavenger hunt shortly about some of these things. And then at the bottom, we've got our featured content. And this is really some ebooks that are available within Consumer Health Complete. And these little carousel will change from time to time. So if there's something here that is of interest to you, you can simply click into it. So I might be interested in health and wellness. I'll click into that title. This is an ebook, a full ebook. So what we're going to see here is some publisher permissions, what we can and can't do with that book. We also have a chapter navigation to the right-hand side. If I wanted to read the book, I'll click on Access Now, and that will then open up the ebook for me to read. Over to the right, so this is the full book. Over to the right-hand side, you will have a table of contents so you can easily navigate through. And you can see I'm in my table of contents here. So if I was interested in chapter 2, I might just jump into section 1, chapter 2 here. Okay, so here's some nutrition information. What we can also do is we can download our chapters. Just bear in mind, if you're doing this, there is a 100-page limit. So this chapter is only 4 pages, which means I can just very easily export those pages out, a bit like the PDF article before. This is the chapter now. It's outside of EBSCO. I can print it, save it, etc. Back into here as well, we can also download the full ebook. If that is allowed, you will need to sign into that My EBSCO, and we can also download the metadata for this ebook as well. We still have the tools across the top of the screen, so we can bookmark it, we can get an end text citation, and we can also share it. Okay, so they're ebooks. They are available within the Consumer Health Complete. And as you saw, they're a full ebook. It's a cover to cover ebook. You can read these on your mobile devices as well. Okay, so let's go back to our landing page. So back into here on the left-hand side, there is a couple of other items that I will point out to you. There is a link into citation help. This will take you to EBSCO Connect and show you how to cite articles in MLA style. I did show you already how we can generate an end text citation using the tools. This is more of a how-to guide. We also have a link to the research guide. So if you need some research and writing tips, these are some options here that you can review. They're all in PDF, so nice and easy to access. We also have the publications authority. So this is really going to show us here what publications are available. So I mentioned that Women's Health and Men's Health is available here. If I was interested in the Men's Health magazine, for example, here is Men's Health, and I can navigate to the most current volume and issue. And these will be presented sort of like articles. So here we go. This is the article, Rise and Fall of the Infomercial King, and so on. And again, you can access the online full text link to view that article record. And you've got all your options across the top of the screen here as well. One thing I'll just point out if you're in an online full text, which is what this version is, the one other thing that we include here is a translation tool. So you can translate the language to any of these options. We do use Microsoft Translate, so it is a machine translation, but it will translate the full text to your selected language, and you can even print out that translated text as well. And of course, we have text to speech if you would like it to read out to you. Just note it does need to be in the original language. So if you've translated it, just go back to your original language and you'll have the option for text to speech and the download. Okay, so that is some article options that you will find there, and that is your publications authority. Okay, so what we're going to do now is a little bit of an activity. So you should have access to the platform. What we're going to do is as a user, I just want to improve my health and I want to try out a detox. So using Consumer Health Complete and the exploring topic feature, I want to find an article reference about detox diet and find an example of one. So we're going to use explore topics. We're going to be looking around maybe nutrition here, and we're going to find some information about detox. So there are a couple of ways you could do this. Obviously, if we go to Explorer here at the top of the screen, that sort of refreshes our search. You could come to Explore Topics, and we're looking for really food, nutrition, and exercise for this one. Now, scrolling down, we might be interested in diets. We're looking at detox diet. So we're going to navigate into the diet topic, and we've got some related topic overviews. And then in our results, we have a detox diet. I can see it's an encyclopedia entry. So what I could do is I could click directly onto this detox diet. And if I'm wanting to view this, I'll go to the PDF or the online HTML, whichever viewer you prefer. And then it will give me details about detox diets. So it's going to show me what it is. It's going to show me how it would be used, the background of using it, how it might help my wellness, my health and wellness. It's going to talk a little bit about some other related health options as well, like traditional Chinese medicine. It's also going to give us an overview here of detox diets. And here it's going to show us sort of what we might like to do here. So it's around fasting, maybe drinking only fluids or eating certain foods. So I kind of already know now, okay, detox diets. Here's a sample 13-day detox diet and an example of how I might implement that. And they've also given us some examples of some popular detox diets that I could look into as well. Okay, so that is one of our little activities there. So using CHC to find an article reference about detox diets. I've got another activity as well. So as a user, I want to learn more about acupuncture. I really want to find out, what is it? How does it work? So what we're going to do is a search this time, and we're going to find that topic overview. And using that topic overview, answer those questions. So what is acupuncture? And really, how does it work? So these topic overviews are really quite comprehensive and they will give you that sort of workflow around these items. So I'm just going to go back to that Explorer to clear out my existing search. Now, we could navigate into some of these options here as well, but this time I am just going to do a search for acupuncture. Just a basic keyword search. And now at the top of my screen, I've got my topic overview, which is what we're going to review. But under that, I also get some articles here relating back to acupuncture. And of course, if I wanted to take my research a little bit further, I could add in some additional keywords to create a more focused search. But to start with, I really want to find out those basics. What is acupuncture? How does it work? So we'll go into the online full text here. And here's the definition. So what is it? And then as we scroll through here, it sort of gives us that description of what it is. So it talks about these meridian points, how they work, the needles that are used with those meridian points, and so on. Gives some uses and complications, some perspective, And we also get a bibliography at the end as well if you want to find more information on the topic. Okay, so that is the second activity there for looking for a topic. So we've looked for basically the keyword of acupuncture. And like I said, this is just a keyword search. Your topic overview is at the top. Maybe you want to put something in like, I don't know, acupuncture for weight loss. We can have a look at using that here. So now we can see this article from Good Health Australia mentions acupuncture in accordance with weight loss. So this is just another way of kind of taking that main research and adding some additional keywords to find more supporting content. Okay, we've got another activity as well, which is using the advanced filters. So what we're going to do with this one is we will go to the advanced search, go to the filter panel, and we're going to use a document type filter and look for a case study on yoga and pain. So let's take a look at how we can do this. I'm going to come back to Explorer again, just refresh that screen. Over to the right, you'll see an advanced search. And then when you're in your advanced search, you'll see the filters here. Scrolling down the filters page, we're going to look at publication type and document type. But down a little bit further, I also have some special limiters for my public library overviews where I can search by subject. I can apply a Lexile reading level for items from the Consumer Health Complete Reference ebook collection. And there's also a language filter for Consumer Health Complete. But really what I'm looking for is this publication and document type. So in the publication type, we're going to see things like encyclopedias, evidence-based health reports, pamphlets, ebooks, trade publications. In the document type, these are, I guess, a little broader. We're going to see things like articles, book chapters, case studies, essays, letters, interviews, product reviews, recipes, and so on. But what we're looking for here is our case study. So I can just select that case study and I can press the search button. So what this will do is search the database for any case studies, but I've not put any keywords in yet. So what I'll need to do is add my keywords to the top. So we're looking for keywords around yoga and pain. So I want to know, is there any case studies that have sort of looked into this topic? So yoga and pain. We've already applied our filter because you'll notice I've got two filters here and we now have 29 results and these will be case studies on that topic. So let's take a look at this record here. It's around vocal cord dysfunction. But if we scroll down a little bit further, we can see the journal is International Journal of Yoga. It's a case study document type, and these are the subject areas that it's looking for here. And we will probably see pain somewhere, possibly in our abstract. So we'll go back to the results and we can browse here. So yoga effective for back pain. Great. So let's have a look at this article here. Journal of Family Practice. It's a case study. Here's the subjects. We've got chronic pain there, pain management, and so on. So that's just a quick way of looking at case studies. And again, you can look at everything or put in your keywords to refine that down. You see there's quite a lot of articles on this topic. Okay, now last activity here, last activity is ebooks. So I've shown you already, we've got that feature collection. There's an ebook companion collection available with Consumer Health Complete as well. What we're going to do is just run a search to find an ebook on how to improve sleep. A couple of ways that we can do this. We can simply go to the Explorer platform here and we will just type in what we're looking for. So I'm after sleep. Very simple. I then have my little tabs here. So we'll navigate to the ebook tab. I get that overview here as well. And now I have several titles on how to get better sleep here. So these are books coming from the ebook collection. And I'll just open up the databases here. This one here, this reference ebook collection. So they're all cover to cover ebooks. There's quite a few results for here. So if I find an ebook of interest, I will just to open it up, I can click on Access Now to read the book. It'll launch the viewer. It's very similar to the ebook we looked at before. cover-to-cover ebook. This one is in EPUB, so I'll just need to use my little mouse to move through. If it's a PDF version of an ebook, you'll find it's a full scroll. But over to the right, we've got our table of contents, so I might be interested in this RX factor. So I'll navigate quickly into this chapter. And we just need to kind of move through using our little back and forth options here. And just like we saw earlier, if I wanted to kind of export the chapter, I can click on the download button here, the chapter only. Just bear in mind there will usually be a download page limit. This is only 44 pages, so I can simply download that chapter here directly into the browser via PDF. I can also download the full ebook to read offline. Please note if you do this, you do need to sign in to my EBSCO. Okay, and so this will allow me to kind of download that book to read offline. For ebooks, just a reminder, it does require some third-party software, which is Adobe Digital Editions. There is a link here that you can click on if you need to install it. Select your location when prompted, and your links will be here. But the book is available here. I can check it out for a certain number of days. This can vary depending on your library. Just make sure you have Adobe Digital and you can download the book. So what this will do is load that book into Adobe Digital Editions for me so I can read it offline. Okay, so this is going to open up my Adobe Digital, kind of install or fulfill that title in here, and I'll have that checked out to me for 3 days. Okay, so this is the book and it's just opening for me in Adobe Digital. And I can navigate through the table of contents and through the title. Okay, so that is the EBSCO ebooks as part of that collection available with Consumer Health Complete. Okay, and that takes me to the end of the session. If there's any questions, please let me know. That is the Consumer Health Complete platform from EBSCO. All right. I'll just see if anyone does have any questions, feel free to pop them through to me in the chat. And just thank you for your time. And if you do have any questions, feel free to reach out to me at n.davis@ebsco.com. Thank you very much. I'll stop the recording here.